You remember a while ago, we were talking about Brian Johnson getting kicked out of AC/DC. They were afraid he was going to lose his hearing. There was this whole big hubbub. He was pretty sour about it. It was a very sad thing. And then we saw this photograph kind of pop up of like, wait a second, is that Brian Johnson taking a smoking break outside of a recording studio? Hang on. Who else is he with? Because it kind of looks like the rest of the members of AC/DC. Well, now it is practically all been but confirmed that Brian is back with the band. And here's how we know, actually, through another band called Terrorizer. Let's see here. Monday, Terrorizer recapped their European tour, ending with, quote, "We ran into Brian Johnson from AC/DC at the airport after the flight today. We asked him about the rumors of him being on the new AC/DC album." You know, the shots of them, creepy shots, by the way, of like this tiny like alleyway. It looks like a little tiny, thing, a little balcony thing. Like it almost looks like a big fire escape. And they're out there just taking their smoke. Who's taking pictures? Like, what craziness. I don't even think this is like paparazzi. This is just some dude who got lucky. Anyway, Brian said yes. And that he's sick of denying it. And they said that was a cool surprise ending the tour. So Terrorizer basically saying, we ran into him. We asked him if he's on the record. He said, yeah, I'm sick of denying it. And that's how they ended their little European tour. Terrorizer's report was confirmed by Catherine Turman, co-author of the book Louder Than Hell, The Definitive Oral History of Metal, who reached out to the grindcore band. Terrorizer guitarist Lee Harrison confirmed that Brian Johnson was returning from L.A. to his home in Florida, and the band asked him if the rumors were true about being on the new album, and Brian said yes. This took place in the long-term parking garage. Pretty specific details. Johnson was forced to leave AC/DC in 2016 for risk that he might lose his hearing completely. He was then replaced by Axl Rose for the rest of the tour. They went on to do some more stuff together. Steve Young replaced his uncle Malcolm Young, who was suffering from dementia and eventually passed away in 2017. Cliff Williams retired. Angus Young's the only classic member left in the band. But if this is all true, it looks like Brian Johnson is back in the fold. So Angus, Stevie, Brian Johnson, and Paul Rudd seems to be back in the mix there. So it looks like they got him back behind the drum kit. And did I say Paul Rudd? Phil Rudd. I wish Paul Rudd was in this. That would be amazing. Paul Rudd's in this. AC/DC's in the new Ant-Man, and then everybody's happy. All right, so there's the latest. It looks like Brian Johnson is definitely back with AC/DC, which is good news. They're recording a new album. I'm sure they're going to have a new tour coming up as well. And I know a lot of people are always looking forward to seeing AC/DC live. They put on one hell of a live show.